Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know this is weird that I'm in a car and I'm starting my video like this, but this is actually the end of the day and I totally forgot to do an intro when my makeup was freshly done. So I'm gonna be just reviewing the Fenty Beauty, forgot what I was reviewing there for a second, the Fenty Beauty Soft'Lit Foundation. So if you want to see how this wore and how I like it, just keep watching. All right, so let us begin. I'm sorry my hair is dirty today. I need to wash it tonight. So here are the claims for the Fenty Beauty Soft'Lit Naturally Luminous Longwear Foundation. It's supposed to brighten and improve the skin over time and immediately. I'm guessing that means there's skincare ingredients in here. It is supposed to be a natural finish. Actually, it says a notch above natural, so I'm assuming that means a little bit more glowy than natural. It's supposed to be sweat resistant, water resistant. It's supposed to be nice and hydrating, and it's supposed to help reduce the look of shine. So it's kind of confusing because it's like a little bit luminous, but it's supposed to help reduce shine too. So I think it's supposed to help control oil production. Now I've tried it, so I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I have tried it before, so this is not a first impression. This is gonna be a third impression. So I do have the shade 150, and I will give you all my thoughts when we're done. I did prime the skin. I have to wear a primer because my skin looks the best when I do. I'm just wearing the Cali Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer. So that's gonna help mattify the skin because I can't go too glowy. I do need to kind of leave a little bit of mattifying in there. So 150 N is a neutral shade. So this is the one we got here. I think that's kind of like a perfect shade match for me. And I have to say, one thing I noticed about this foundation is it feels so incredibly lightweight when you apply it to the skin. Like, it really just glides on. And I actually don't feel like it looks that glowy when you first apply it either. I feel like it is kind of just, like they said, a notch above natural. So, I mean, like, there is a glow, of course. I'm not saying it's not glowy at all. There's definitely a slight sheen to it, but it kind of looks like my skin when I use my, my Dior. What's it called? This guy. Kind of looks like when I mix this in with a matte foundation, I kind of get this same type of kind of glowy look to the skin, but it's not like a greasy glow, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a soft, kind of healthy glow. And I have a little friend hanging out here for the last few days. I don't know what's going on there, but it's just deciding to live on my face from now on. So that's fun. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. So, I mean, it's not going to be totally blurring. You can see my pores, of course. I have pores and I am an oilier skin type, so I'm kind of doing like half a pump when I do this. I'm not really going all the way down with the pump. So I'd say so far I've used a full pump, but I feel like that will probably be enough to cover the rest of my face. Might need a tiny bit more for the rest of my nose, but I definitely have enough for the forehead. But yeah, I just feel like it is incredibly lightweight right now. The way that it feels on the skin, not heavy, not like the AVH foundation kind of immediately felt like, I don't want to say like sticky, because it didn't. It did set down. Like, a lot of people are having difficulty with that one not setting. I was able to set it down, but that one kind of just felt like it sat on top of the skin where it didn't like 100%, I don't know, it didn't like absorb 100%. That one did go back. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I tried it again and I didn't mind it, but I didn't feel like it did my skin any favors, and so I was kind of like, what's the point in keeping it? Sorry I keep saying like, I don't even notice it until I go back and watch my videos, and then I'm just appalled at myself. So I did use just a teeny tiny bit more for the nose. And I'm just going underneath my nose. And I'll probably just do like a teeny tiny touch up just right under here, because I do find I have a little bit of veininess poking through there, and I don't love that. And I am just going to kind of push this into the skin, and then we'll see what that looks like once I push it in. I also have a little friend up there that I picked this morning because I can't control myself. Kind of also reminds me a little bit of the Prada foundation, maybe just a little glowier. But Prada's not super matte on me. I would say it's kind of like a demi matte, but does have a subtle glow to it. So there is a very decent amount of coverage. It says it's a medium coverage. I would agree, medium, almost verging on full. But I think it looks good. One thing I noticed, I do have some texture right here, some little like 11 lines, and I did notice that it didn't seem to settle into my fine lines as much as it normally would, like a normal foundation. Obviously a matte one is generally a little bit heavier on the skin, so matte I feel like sometimes will settle into the lines a little bit more than if you have a glowy, kind of more hydrating foundation. But I am going to finish the rest of my face, probably try to fix this hair because I don't know what is going on. I just showered, so it's all like weird. But anyways, I will finish the rest of my face, and I will probably do a few check-ins tonight as well. Probably one at the end of the day, and then maybe one a little bit later on into the evening right before I wash my face. But this is what we're looking like as soon as it was applied. And then I will set this as well. I do have to go in with a setting powder, otherwise I'm an oily mess, especially with a glowy foundation. I just have to. So I do think that color is probably perfect for me though. So if you are my skin tone, skin shade, my shade twin, that's what I meant to say, then I think this would work out perfectly for you. So I will be back. One thing I meant to mention is with this type of product, because it is more luminous, I am setting the face with a more mattifying setting powder. So I'm going in with the NARS Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder, and I do feel like it did just kind of blur all of those lines down, any pores. It's very smoothing. And then I think after that I am going to set the nose with the Huda loose powder, and I'm almost going to bake the nose. I just started doing this and I do feel like it helps. I mean, doesn't really like stop it from getting oily completely, but it does help. So I just basically go like this, set the entire nose. I can't stand when it's shiny, if you know me. If you know, you know. So I'm gonna just leave that for a few seconds, and then I will go in and finish the rest of my face, and I will be back. Okay, I just wanted to talk to you for a second. So I am going in with a mattifying bronzer. I just went in with the Morphe, well, I guess it's not Morphe, it was the Jaclyn Hill bronzer. I don't know if it's still available. I'm sorry, I'll have to look it up. I just wanted to go in with a matte bronzer because whenever I'm using a glowy base, I like to kind of balance everything out. If I'm using a super matte base, I will use like a glowy bronzer or a glowy blush or, you know, like a liquid highlight or something like that. But because I'm using a glowy base, I kind of want to balance it out and use a little bit more mattifying things on my face. So I used that was the Jaclyn Hill bronzer, and that was in the shade Skinny Dip. I haven't used that in a long time, so I just want to get use out of the stuff that I do have. And then I'm going to go in with the Rose Coquillage blush from Chanel. I think this is still available. This is the blush duo, and it has the coral and the pink shade here. So I'm probably just going to mix the two together. Let's go in with their actual brush. I don't normally like this type of brush, but why not? And what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say that I didn't really detect any type of fragrance in the foundation, so I don't think you have to worry about that. I didn't see in the list that it said fragrance, but if I go double check it, if I do see that there was any sort of fragrance, I will correct myself in the description. But yeah, and it is a silicone based foundation. One of the first ingredients is dimethicone, which is a silicone, so it's not water based. So I think that looks nice right now. And it does say there is titanium dioxide, so there is a degree of SPF in there, but I wouldn't use that as your regular SPF. Make sure to use your SPF as well. And I'm not getting like any kind of, I've taken pictures using it, I didn't get any kind of like flashback from it, so I don't think that's a concern. Let's go ahead and blend that. And I will use a powder highlight for this. If I were using a matte foundation, I would maybe use a liquid highlight, but not today. So I'm gonna go in with this guy. Just kind of mix these two. And I'm probably just gonna do something super simple on the eyes, probably just one of the Merit shadows. Okay, I'm going to wipe the bake off of my nose here. And I will contour my nose, do my eyes, and I'll be back with the finished look. Okay, back to the final makeup look. Here's what we got going on. So I just did my brows. I'll list every single thing in the description bar. But yeah, this is what the face is looking like. So we are glowy, definitely a notch above natural, like they said. It does feel hydrating. That is one thing I have to say, is that I have worn it all day long, and the only place that I really found was like a very shiny issue was my nose, which is why I kind of baked it this time. So I'm going to see at the end of the day. I'm not going to touch up anymore, but I will see at the end of the day how this midsection is looking, because that is the one spot I really hate being shiny, is right here. Sometimes I don't mind the forehead. It's just like basically here, here. The chin, I don't really care that much. Basically just the center of my face. I don't like when my nose is shiny. It kind of like makes it stand out more, and I'm not into that. So yeah, also, I just wanted to bring this up. Have you smelled this candle? If you haven't, you should, because it's literally summer in a candle. Fiji White Sands from Bath & Body, they were $13. They were on sale, so I was like, I'm getting it. And I ended up getting like beachy spray, and it is so good. I also just wanted to share this because I know some people were following my wedding journey. I'm getting married in August if you're new here, and I just got my wedding shoes, so I'm excited about that. So there's a little story with these. They're from Dolce Vita. I think they're so pretty. They might be a little hairy because I just walked on my floor with them. There is a little story with these. Online, this area looks leather. And so when I ordered them, I thought they were leather, and then I got them and I'm like, okay, it's kind of like a satiny type material. So that's fine. But the only thing with this material is it creases so easily. So if you are getting married and you're interested in these type of shoes, that is definitely something to note. They crease. Basically, as soon as you step your foot in it, it's going to crease on the side. And when I got my first pair, yes, this is my second pair, I had to return them because they were so badly creased on the side, and I hadn't even tried it on yet. So these weren't, and I literally just stepped my foot in it, and now they are kind of creased. So that is definitely something to be aware of. I really want to keep them though, because I think they're so beautiful. Like, look at these on the foot, stunning. So definitely going for like a pearl vibe. I have a necklace, and then I have little earrings to go with the necklace. But yeah, these are what they look like. And yeah, so that's why we exchanged them, just because I hadn't even worn them yet and they were so badly creased, and we're like, for $180 Canadian, like, come on. But yeah, this material just seems like that's what's gonna happen, but I really love them, so I'm keeping them. So I will come back in probably about, I wanna say 4 hours-ish, and we'll see what this is looking like. I do have a friend here on YouTube, Rhoda. If you don't know her, go subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. Her YouTube name is Paint the Face, but I will list her down below as well. Rhoda did an amazing video using this foundation, and she had an issue with transfer issues on the nose. She wears glasses. I don't wear glasses, but I was wearing sunglasses the other day and I didn't have any issues. However, I didn't wear the sunglasses for that long. It wasn't that hot outside, so it's not like they were slipping down my face because it wasn't hot. And I did bake my nose as well because I saw her video. So that is something to keep in mind. If you are like me and you have kind of a combination oily skin type, keep that in mind, and you may want to just add a little extra powder in the center of the face or on the nose area if that's where you tend to get shiny. But yeah, besides the nose being super shiny the other day, I didn't really experience any other issues. Like, I did feel like it looked very nice and kind of smooth on the cheeks. And like, I am someone, you can tell I just have larger pores. I mean, they're obviously enhanced here because my highlight, but I do have some texture on the forehead, and I feel like it doesn't increase the texture as much as like a matte foundation will, because it kind of just gets stuck in there. To me, this is a little bit more hydrating, so it doesn't do that. But will I be wearing this in the dead of summer? Probably not. I will just be way too greasy at that time, but right now I think it's perfect. Yeah, again, I will be back and I will do a check-in, and I'll probably do 2 actually, so maybe 4 hours from now, and then probably after that, maybe another 4 hours after that. Let's see, that'll bring me to like 10. Yeah, probably around 10 I'll take my makeup off. So I will give you a glimpse of what this is looking like later on. All right, so we are at the 4-hour mark of wearing the Soft'Lit foundation. And I think we are holding up well. So actually probably a little more than 4 hours, but I hate this lighting. I'm in the bathroom right now, but yeah, that's what we're looking like. So I feel like the oils are pretty controlled. I mean, I could touch up a little bit, maybe just a little, but besides that, I think it's pretty good. So I'm happy. See you in another 4 hours. All right, so we're at like 7 hours. I just wanted to do a video now here outside because you can kind of see, you can see my oils have collected on my nose, but that is literally, that happens anytime, anywhere. I'm sorry, my lips look like crap because I didn't touch them up recently, but the skin I feel like is looking good. I don't know that anything really wore off. I was wearing a mask too, and I'm like pretty impressed with the way everything wore, so don't mind that. I would say I'm impressed. I do like the way it looks on the skin. It's very smooth, pretty. I feel like the color, I feel like it oxidized just a little bit, but it's not terrible. So yeah, I would definitely say this is a good purchase and I'm happy with it. Again, I'm not going to be wearing it, sorry, in like the dead of summer just because I will get way too greasy, but I do really like it, especially for now, and I feel like for winter it would be perfect. But yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye.